Hello and welcome. Today we're going to replace this faulty radiator header tank water level sensor. 5 years ago our lad was flat out in this car on a German autobahn. The radiator split and lost all its coolant. There was no warning light. It was only John's skill that saved the car and himself. He stopped the car before the engine seized up. So the car was transported back to the UK, John flew home. And although the engine did run, we replaced it anyway to be on the safe side. So all in all, it was a very expensive incident. Now the low water level light that would have warned John they'd lost the coolant, the water level light didn't show because a previous owner had scotch locked the two wires to the sensor together to bypass the faulty sensor and keep the light out. Now this only came to light last week because the scotch lock, as they always eventually will do, the scotch lock failed and the warning light came on. So let me say this to you, don't skimp. These cars are valuable. Lives are very valuable. So seriously, do the job properly. Right, rant over. Let's get this item replaced. Take a big screwdriver, put it underneath and lever that up. And then when there's a bit of space around it, take this smaller screwdriver and work around the inside and move that rubber seal up. Now obviously I have done this early because it is a bit of a struggle. I don't want you to see me struggling. So you want to get that inside there and lever it up gently, firmly but fairly. Lever it up, it will come out. And there's just that seal. The seal's in the top of the tank. So that's what it is. That's a foam float. Goes up and down. There's no visible contact. I don't know how it works, but it does work. But this one doesn't work. So yesterday I rang Eddie. Eddie ordered a new one. There it is. Came this morning. That's it. So we'll put that one in. I'll give that just a little touch of lubrication to get it to slide in, and then we'll bang that in. Right, I've got the new one. I've stuck it in the hole and I'm just easing the rubber seal down into the hole. So gently, you don't want to damage the seal. It is a bit of a squeeze, but that's in now. That's fine. If you use a screwdriver, this is a bit sharp really. If you use a screwdriver that's not too sharp, it won't damage the rubber. But that's seated properly now. That's on. That's sound. That's sealed in. That's fine. Right. That's good. When the previous owner fitted the scotch lock, he fitted the scotch lock in that position there. So these wires run in a sleeve. So at the end of the sleeve, he fitted the scotch lock, which means that all that's left on this scotch lock, on this connector, are these tails. So they're not really good enough to do anything with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this connector off the old sensor. So I'll strip this sleeve off, cut the wires, and then it'll give us plenty of room to make a good joint. So I'll get the soldering, I'll do that, and I'll get the soldering iron warmed up, and I'll get back when we've made that connection. I've cut that back. I've matched the wires according to this, green and black. I was always told, warm the component first. So we'll do that, we'll warm it up. Wipe that, make sure it's good. Excellent. I'll fold those back, insulate them and tuck them in neatly. I've soldered them, I've insulated them, I've folded them back, one that way so they won't rub together, insulated them, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze that sleeve over them like that. See if that tucks in there. Now I reckon that's pretty good, so that should be fine. So let's connect it. That's all right, and that's long enough. It can tuck around the end. That can go neatly right in there. Nothing's under any strain, not being trapped in the bonnet catch. So that's all good. So all we need to do now, connect the battery, start the car up, and see if the light's still out. Right, let's have a look if we were successful. Ignition on. So all the lights are on. Now that is a good result in itself because the temperature warning light wasn't on. So it's magically fixed itself, which is a good thing. All the warning lights are showing. Let's see if the, this is the one we want to go out, the water level. Excellent, that's a good result. Lights on. Lights off. Very good. I love that Super Sprint exhaust. Let's listen to it again. Excellent. So a nice noise, all the lights out, bit of good oil pressure. So we've done a good repair there. I'm happy with that. We've made it secure, we've made it safe, and we can go motoring in this car safely. So that's a good repair. I'm happy with that. Let's see what crops up for the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.